Okay guys, this video is about changing your oil and where to change your oil as you're roaming around America or even internationally with your shuttle bus or Skoolie or RV. In my case, a shuttle bus. I also have a Skoolie, but so when you change your oil, of course, change it all the time. I try to change mine every couple thousand miles, even though it doesn't really be required for that much. But so yeah, I just changed my oil here in the parking lot of O'Reilly's, of course, here in Arizona. Now I asked them first. Of course, it's nice when you buy your oil filter from there before you ask them, maybe. But yeah, I have a Shuttle Bus 2000 E450 with a V10 engine, and I got my tools here. But let me tell you one thing about tools: if you change your oil a lot, you might want to keep some tools up front instead of having to unstrap a bunch of stuff in the back like I got. I don't want to unstrap my stuff to get to my tools, so I've got other tools up front where I can get to them very quickly. You know, screwdrivers, Phillips, flathead, Torx, wrenches, oil tools, oil things. Now this time when I changed my oil, you may have seen videos where they talk about make sure the seal doesn't stick from the old filter, and then you put on your new filter and you've got a double seal. And that's never happened to me before, but this time it did happen. I went to put the new filter on and noticed that the old filter's seal, O-ring, whatever you want to call it, was still on it. So be careful of that. And mine was a 5/8, and this was a pretty good deal here. I kind of like using this to get the filter off. Usually I get it off by hand, but sometimes I can't. And now this is $2 and some odd cents, you know, this bucket here over at Walmart or whatever. Now the biggest thing is when you do it in a parking like this, you don't want to spill a drop, you know. And so there's my oil pan up there, and the filter's on the other side. But anyway, the objective of doing it here in the parking lot is to try to do it without spilling a drop. I did spill a little bit got off, but when I leave, they won't even be able to tell where I changed it. And then when you pour your old oil into the bucket here, pour it into the empty deal that you've poured into your, you know, the new stuff into your motor. And do it over the dirt or something. Don't do it on here in case you spill stuff, because even though you got a little spout here, it's still really hard to get it all in there without spilling. And that's about it. I just wanted to go over where to change your oil. Do not change it on BLM land. You know, it's really against the law, probably. Nobody likes to see you doing that. If you spill anything on there, you just don't do it. So try to do it. And you know, Walmart parking lot, you don't want to do it there. Lowe's, Home Depot, you don't want to see people change your oil. It's kind of a bad reputation for RVers and Skoolies and shuttles. And just go to a automobile parts store, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, and buy your filter there or something. Buy something. You ask them politely. They've got tools there, and you know, in case something goes wrong, you're always at a place where you can buy parts. So yeah, change your oil in these places when you're on the road. If you're home, yeah, change it at home. I would never want to take this thing to a Jiffy Lube or someplace like that. Forget that. I'll do it myself. You know, if you're physically incapable of doing that, well then yeah, you got to do that, or have somebody else. And I'll tell you what, I would pay somebody else to do it that has an RV or a Skoolie or a shuttle or something like that, and that's mechanically inclined, as opposed to taking it to Jiffy Lube or a lube place, because RV guys know what they're doing. They take it easy. They're good with you. You get to know them. You make friends, whatever. So yeah, be careful where you change your oil. Try not to spill a drop. Do it in a proper spot. Pour it over dirt instead of a concrete to make a stain and have it all over the place. And be really careful when you take your filter out, when you take your oil pan bolt out. So that's it. Hope I've helped. Over and out.